Hi, this is David Garfinkel, and I'd like to welcome you to my copy critique process revealed. Now, you may be wondering, why learn this now? Why learn how to critique copy at this time of the year? Well, we are at an inflection point. It's the holiday season. Some businesses are going to take off, and some are going to cave in. I'd like to help you be one of those that takes off. If you have an online business, there's no better way to be in the take-off group than to learn to critique your own copy, so you can create your own inflection point and become one of the businesses that cashes in this holiday season. But you say, "But David, I'm too busy to learn this. I'm running a business." Never fear. I've got your back too. Just bear with me for a few minutes, and I'll show you how you can get your copy critiqued for you and get tremendous skill-building material to use in your spare time. It's like having your cake and eating it too. Here's why I'm sharing this information. Everybody asks me to critique copy for them. Here's the first example, my mastermind group. I'm in this mastermind group of top Bay Area business pros, former CEOs of Silicon Valley companies, top info marketers, even other top copywriters. 3 of them have asked me for copy critiques. Example number 2, my $25,000 mentoring clients. When we do sessions, we do everything from strategy to recruiting, outsourcing, tactics, runs the gamut. And they're all running profitable businesses, and they want to learn to write better copy. But what they want most, more than anything else, is copy critiques. One of them even asked me to critique and explain one of my own sales letters. Example number 3, webinars and consultations. I get requests for copy critiques when I do both public webinars and individual consultations more than anything else. Recently, an old client hired me just to critique a letter because she was starting a new department or a new enterprise in her business. And on a paid webinar very recently, I showed how I do copy critiques, and I'm going to share that how with you right now. This is the David Garfinkel copy critique process. It comes in 4 phases. Phase number 1 is zeroing in on who your prospect is. Phase number 2 is the 7 reasons that people buy. Phase number 3 is the positive sales letter track. And phase 4 is the negative sales letter track. I'll go through each of them for you now. Number 1 is the prospect. Who is your prospect? And please don't say everyone. Consider these organizations that have everyone as their prospect and what their financial shape is. General Motors, the U.S. government. Even Walmart is just scraping by right now. They're not very profitable. So, in terms of your prospect, what's on their mind? What are they thinking about? What's keeping them awake at night? What do they wake up in the morning thinking about? What is their main number 1 problem or their main number 1 desire that you can help them with? And how do they talk about it? How do they think about it? Write down the actual words they use. Phase 2, the 7 reasons people buy. Now, people buy for more than these reasons, but when you're selling with copy, these are the old reliable standbys. People buy in order to make money. People buy to save money. People buy to save time, and people buy to save effort. Then, the last 3, people buy to increase pleasure, people buy to reduce or eliminate pain, and people buy to improve health. Okay, now that you've got who your prospect is and you understand the categories of why people buy, let's look at the positive sales letter track. You want to see how well you have adhered to this or varied from it. Number 1, make a claim. Number 2, prove it. Number 3, ask for action. And number 4, leave everything else out. And I want to thank my good friend Ted Cooper, who told me this about 10 years ago. Just the best, short, sweetest 4-point check for a sales letter or a piece of copy I've ever seen. Then there's the negative sales letter track. And negative is just as important as positive when you're critiquing something, because there is a negative voice in every prospect's mind, especially one who's serious, who can potentially buy from you. They have these questions, and you need to be able to answer them in your copy. 1, why are you bothering me? 2, who cares? 3, why should I believe you? And 4, why should I do anything about it now? And I'd like to express thanks to my great late friend, he's deceased a few years ago, Mac Ross, who came up with this. Just came up with it one morning, spoke of it at a seminar, and then never thought of it since. But I recorded it, and I think it absolutely encapsulates the 4 questions you need to answer in your copy in order to make sure that it works. Okay, so I'm going to explain how you're going to use this info. First, most businesses focus on what they're selling, which is not the first thing. So for your first step of the first step process, what you want to do is forget about that and think about, instead of what you're selling, think about who your prospect is and what problem you can solve for them with what you're selling. That's the difference between winners and losers. Winners focus on the prospect. Losers focus totally on their product and disregard their prospect. Step 2, how to use my 4-step process. Figure out which of the 7 reasons the prospect would have to solve their problem when they buy from you. See, most businesses already know the benefits of what they're selling, so they assume the customer does too, but that's a bad idea. Each of those 7 reasons is a benefit. To make money, save money, improve health, those are all benefits. Which of those applies most to you? And are you using it in your copy? Step 3, you need to make a claim, prove it, and ask for action, and leave everything else out. So your first important task is to decide what claim you're going to make. Now, if you've done a good job with your copy, then you have already decided that, and you're making the claim very blatantly, very clearly. Your second important task is to decide how you're going to prove that claim. If you have failed to do either one of these, you need to fix that. And that's what I do in a critique. I check to see if you have made a good claim and you have proven it. A lot of people fall down there. Finally, on the negative sales track, this is the 4 W's for Mac Ross. Why are you bothering me? Who cares? Why should I believe you? And why should I do anything about it now? Just because you know it's a great idea and vitally important doesn't mean your customer does. It's up to you to answer those questions and prove it to them. So you're saying, but David, you promised you'd have something for me if I have no time now to do my own critiques. Yes, I did. I gave it my best shot now to show you how to critique your own copy, but I know this is silly season for many people in business, and you can't do all of this yourself. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $694 worth of powerful copywriting info for free if you sign up for an in-depth copywriting critique at the regular price. You'll get immediate answers to and fixes, specific copy suggestions, specific ways to go out and get more proof, specific ways to patch holes in your copy in order to improve your current sales letter or landing page. Plus, you get valuable reference material you can use to build and strengthen your copywriting skills during those slow periods after the first of the year. Now, with an offer like this, there must be a catch. And there is. It's this. I'm only doing 4 of these. Why? Because I only have 4 sets of one of the bonuses, the best of copywriting mastery, in stock. One more thing. To take advantage of this offer, you must sign up for and complete the critique in December. I have some time for this now, but January is looking very, very busy for me. So, what's covered in a David Garfinkel copy critique? First of all, we'll go over and satisfy the 4 phases from before to really get your sales letter focused. Then I'll look at your headline and suggest alternative headlines if there are any tweaks we need to make. Third, we'll take a good hard look at how you open your copy. Opening line is almost as important as a headline. 4, we'll review your bullets and subheads. 5, we'll review the offer, the credibility building, and the authentic feel. And 6, much, much more. So here's the $694 worth of powerful copywriting info you get free, the bonuses I was telling you about before. People paid $1,800 to get access to the material in the first bonus, and the bonus itself is $597 worth. The second bonus comes as part of a $247 package. The bonus itself is worth $97. You can keep both of these and use them to improve your copy for as long as you want. And here's the first free bonus. It's the best of the Copywriting Mastery Club. Now, you only see 4 CDs in this slide, but there are actually 6. And we cover 6 different topics interactively and in depth, step by step, and with critiques and examples. The first one, the secret of irresistible offers. Second, testimonials that dissolve resistance and skyrocket sales. Third, the feeding frenzy secret formula. 4, repeat customer profit bonanza. 5, 7 master sales hooks. And 6, become rich and famous, or just a whole lot richer. Your second free bonus is email copywriting templates. These are brand new, developed in 2010, and there are 5 of them with 4 examples of each. You can even see a little bit of an example of the first one here, the topical email template. And what about the critique itself, the main event? It's 60 to 90 minutes. It's on a private phone bridge. I'll go over your copy line by line. We'll cover all the points we talked about before, and you'll get a recording afterwards for your own private use. And that's important because sometimes during one of these critiques, I'll come up with copy that'll come in so fast and furious you won't be able to write it all down. That's happened on more than one occasion. Do you have questions? If you know you want this now, you can simply sign up. I'll give you the link in a minute. If you have questions, just please send an email to support@world-copywriting-institute.com. But please remember, only 4 of these critiques are available. When they're used up, I'm going to take down the link. Now, the fee is a non-refundable $950. But remember, you will get much more than the value of that from the critique alone, and people have paid $950 just for the critique and said it's well worth it. So to reserve your critique and your 2 free bonuses, go to www.copywritingtemplates.com/session. And one more thing. Remember, when you're doing business online, there are 2 ways to make more money. The first is to get more quality traffic coming to your sales page. And the second is to improve the copy on your sales page. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to help you very much with the first one, but I can help you in just about every way with the second one. To reserve your critique and bonuses, just go to www.copywritingtemplates.com/session.